HBO just found out who Satoshi is. At least that's what they want you to think. I want to go through who they just claimed Satoshi is, and they actually confronted the person about it. And there's a video for that. I want to show you it. I'll also talk about why we're so interested in Satoshi just naturally, why people feel like they want to know who it is. I made a video just a few days ago. Apparently there was a leak that Len Sossaman was going to be Satoshi, but it's not Len. So we'll go through who it is today. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. There's also a link to Margex underneath the video where you can leverage trade. I think this is going to be a fantastic bull market, which is why I want access to some leverage as well to make trades a little bit quicker. And, depending on how you set this up, it doesn't have to be extremely risky. But of course, always do your own research. This can be a way to get great returns, but just like a car, it can be super useful. It can also be dangerous. So make sure that you know what you're doing. There's a link to this underneath the video though. Let's start here. Apparently, it was leaked a little bit early that Peter Todd was Satoshi, according to the HBO documentary. Now, let's play the clip where they actually confront him on him being Satoshi. Okay, Sam from the future. I uploaded this and YouTube copyright striked me and said that they would not play this video if I included this clip from the tweet. So I am not going to include this, but basically what happened was the cameraman, the journalist was coming to him and saying, hey, we think you're Satoshi. And he's just basically laughing in the journalist's face saying, yeah, I'm not Satoshi. And then the journalist references a tweet that we're going to talk about here in a second. But he points out that the journalist is missing the point. They're looking for Satoshi, and Satoshi, who Satoshi is doesn't matter. What matters is Bitcoin. The documentary host points out a couple of reasons why he thinks that this man is Satoshi. We'll go through them here. So Todd denied being Nakamoto both before the documentary's debut and after it aired, bluntly posting, I'm not Satoshi. However, the question remains, who is Peter Todd and why do some people think that he is Satoshi? He's a prominent Canadian developer with a background in cryptography, computer science, and digital security. He is best known for his contributions to the development of Bitcoin Core, the main software implementation of the Bitcoin protocol. He's been a core developer at Bitcoin platform CoinKite since July 2014 and a board advisor at digital collectible platform Verisart since 2015. Now, he started contributing to Bitcoin way back in the day, even talking to Satoshi in forums back in 2010. Now, the reason they think that Peter Todd is Satoshi goes all the way back to 2010 on Reddit. Kind of crazy. But apparently this is when Todd replied to Nakamoto in a thread about fees. They contend that this reply under Peter Todd's own account was a careless mistake, that Todd is Nakamoto and had planned to append his previous post as Satoshi. So I won't read the whole thing, but they're talking about double spends. At the end, he says, currently double spends are never accepted into the transaction pool, so every node bears witness to which transaction it saw first by working to put it into a block. And then Peter Todd responds, of course, to be specific, the inputs and outputs can't match exactly if the second transaction has a transaction fee. So an hour and a half later, after this longer post, there's a little bit of added context, a little bit of added information. Now, I understand what they're saying here, but I could see it the other way too, where Satoshi is talking about something and then someone gives a helpful little piece of information. Like, of course, to be specific, they can't match exactly, right? Like, I could see it both ways where this is a follow-up from Satoshi. I could also see it as he's just someone working on Bitcoin at the time and is working through a problem. So I don't think that this is the reason, right? It's something that maybe would spark my interest if I was trying to dig into who Satoshi is. But for this to be the piece of evidence, I don't think this is near enough, right? Now, some people think it's Hal Finney. A lot of people have pointed to Hal Finney over the years, diagnosed with ALS in 2009, the same year Bitcoin went live, one of the first to receive a Bitcoin transaction from Satoshi, expert in cryptography, active in the Bitcoin community until death in 2014, similar writing style to Satoshi. had his body cryopreserved after his death, meaning he may one day be revived, cured, and have access to billions, if not trillions of Bitcoin if he is Satoshi. To be clear, he might have access to billions, if not trillions of Bitcoin, even if he isn't Satoshi by the time that he, gets brought back. But this is interesting. I'll be honest. I don't think it matters. I think it's better that we don't know who Satoshi is. I think it's better that we don't know. But I understand why people naturally get pulled to want to know. First of all, this is one of the wealthiest individuals in the world right now, if they are still around. If not, it would be nice to know that there's 1 million Bitcoin that's never going to be touched for certain, instead of just, they haven't been touched in over a decade. It'd be nice to kind of put the bow on it in a lot of people's minds. Also, just in general, I think we are drawn to people that are very smart, that have a wealth of knowledge. And if there are a past, then we try to look at their other work, see if there's something else that's worth exploring. And if they're still here, we try to pay attention to them, give them money to develop more things in the future. So I think there is a bit of curiosity from a good place. And then some of it's just morbid curiosity. Like we want to learn more about them, their life, what caused them to do things. And I think we're all kind of drawn to that direction. But the fact is, we don't need to know who Satoshi is. Again, I think it might be better. I think that's kind of the point, that, you don't have to be special, right? You can be someone that no one knows, and you can create something that's changed the world. You can create immense wealth. You can create something that's valuable to people all over the world. You can have privacy. You can do all this just in your basement now. You can do it while collaborating with a few other people. You can be made fun of for years and then turn into a global powerhouse, or your asset. The thing that you created can become a global asset that is sought after by BlackRock and Fidelity and some of the wealthiest people in the world. Right? You can be a hope for people. You can be freedom, right? You can be something. You can create something that presidents or future president electorates, whatever, they talk about, right? They use as a voting strategy to get more votes. Like, you can create something with immense value, and no one knows who you are. And this is coming from a place, a good place. Like, this is coming from someone that created it, right? With some help from others, but this is coming from someone that doesn't want the money. It's someone that is, in a sense, very generous, right? They created something, probably were made fun of, had a hard time getting off the ground, I'm sure. And then it blossomed because it came from a place that was not greedy, unlike banks, unlike large corporations. This came from someone that doesn't ever want to touch their immense wealth, or doesn't touch their immense wealth, right? It's kind of an amazing story. Let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. I really do appreciate you watching. Let me know if you have an idea who Satoshi is. Let me know if you're Satoshi down below in the comment section. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Check out the link underneath the video to Margex. I'll see you all in the next video.